Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. Let's go. It's daily time. It's Azazel. We've been doing pretty well. Let me go to Greedbud for a second here and prove it. We're going all the way except for a Mega Satan / Delirium play. Greedbud.com/plus. Search for Isaac Baby. Oh my god, there's a 60,000 point score today. We're in the top 4.83 percentile. Our lost run was really bad. Apart from that, every run that we've done in January, which hopefully we're still in, has been in the top 2%, which is pretty sweet. I'm not in the top 100 for whatever reason, but it's not like I'm upset or anything. Oh, you know what? It counts how many dailies you've done in the past 3 months, and you've got to do over 30, it looks like. We got to be closing in on that. Anyway, no big deal. Azazel. All the way down. You know, this is actually not that, displeasing. Yesterday's daily was also strong right from the get-go, but, you know, Gex Enter the Get-Go. That's not really much of a segue now that I think about it. But that was a video game. That's Gex 2. I didn't own Gex 2, but when I bought my original Sony PlayStation in like 1997, I got a demo disc with it that had Gex 2 Enter the Gecko as a demo. I played the crap out of it even though I didn't really like it that much. Then it was my friend's birthday like a year later and I was like, maybe I'll get him Gex. Went to the store, accidentally bought Gex 1. Didn't even realize, the Gex 1 is just a platformer. Gex 2 was like a 3D sort of thing, if I remember correctly. It was like an adventure game. I had gotten it all twisted. Maybe I've got them backwards yet again. I don't know. Oh, you are actually stupid. That was just the worst place to stand. Either way, greatly increased our rate of fire. Mom's bra, acceptable item. Thanks, Mom. Ew, that sound is disgusting. Look, if you get grossed out, you shouldn't be watching this episode. We talk about real gross stuff, like cooties, and getting your hands held by a girl. Ew. And the subjugation of the working class by our bureaucratic overlord. Okay, it's getting too real. That's when you've taken it. All I'm trying to say is that profits are the unpaid wages of the working class. Is that so I don't know what I'm talking about. I've been listening to a lot of stuff on the Cold War. It's really what it comes down to. I've been trying to find these podcasts. You know, hardcore history has trained me to want podcasts that are 4 hours long. And it turns out, nobody's making 4-hour-long podcasts. I didn't realize that Dan Carlin's the only guy doing it in the world today. So this seems like a nice podcast. Let me see how long the episodes are. What do you mean they're an hour and a half long? That's not long enough. I need them to be longer. What if I don't fall asleep for 3 hours? That doesn't happen that often, but still, I'd like to know. I also have like a really backwards idea of how the Cold War works because I've been listening to this Cold War podcast, but I've been doing it on Google Play Music, which might actually be the worst app for ever listening to podcasts, like in Earth's history. Because you can't make a playlist of podcasts. I know that was a sentence that would just be really intimidating to someone who was born in like the 1940s. But anyway, you can't make a playlist of podcasts on Google Play Music. You can only play them in reverse chronological order, aka from newest to oldest. So I'm listening to these podcasts, put it on episode 70 while I fall asleep. I wake up in the middle of episode 63, having missed all the stuff in the middle. And I'm like, what do you mean? We're back to Joseph Stalin. Did Joseph Stalin get reincarnated? I don't understand. We were talking about Khrushchev mere moments ago, and now it's not necessarily the podcast's fault. I'll level with you. There's a little bit of my own personal agency in there as well. But anyway. Blood bag, please? DAE to be acquiescing. Blood bag, silver plate. Okay, drop a bomb. There's no point in talking about a vanilla Azazel run. Really. For the time being, run's good. Nothing wrong with it. We even got a little bit of a range upgrade thanks to Dad's Lost Coin or whatever the heck it's called. I would really love this. Oh, we don't have bombs anyway. I was going to say I would love that to be a secret room, but without any bombs, we can't take advantage of it regardless. Especially, like, without any bombs, we can't take advantage of it. But with only one bomb, we probably still could not take advantage of it. So it doesn't necessarily change that much. 2 keys. Start with the second secret room, which is actually a shop. No bombs. I don't really care about blowing that guy up. Let's check this. Ace of Hearts. Trash item. We'll take school bag. And then we'll go back. Peep this room. Ooh, adrenaline. I think I will buy a bomb to crack into the tinted rock. Hey, we got a rank to maintain here, okay? I don't care about getting a bomb for 5 cents, but to break the tinted rock right here, you never know. What's the seam potential? Could be high. 2 spirit hearts. Happy, and it's probably like a mildly above average outcome. Although 1 spirit heart and 1 bomb might genuinely have been better. Alright. Probably unnecessary in the whole scheme of things. Latch key for some extra spirit hearts, a luck upgrade, and 2 more keys. And, yeah, we'll take Gimpy. We have 3 luck. And we'll take Abaddon, because it's just good. And I think we're out. I think we're out. A minute ahead of schedule. Damage has improved. All sorts of positive things. All sorts of things to be positive about, at the very least. Even if we are talking about gross stuff, like broccoli and other vegetables like cauliflower, aka white broccoli. I consider myself a foodie. I like eating a variety of food, and I've mentioned this, I think, many times. I used to be a very picky eater, and I'll give you some examples rapid fire, because if you're a longtime viewer, you probably heard them before. When I was a kid, didn't like rice. What was my methodology? It's like worse potatoes. Didn't like soup. What was my methodology? Too soupy. It's too wet. You might be, you know, discovering the theme. The theme is, these are not good reasons to not eat soup, which is now like one of my most favorite food categories you could ever ask for. Just keys. I know I spent some keys, but I would like to get more if possible. Oh, thank you. I mean, I didn't eat many vegetables. I liked potatoes, I liked carrots, I liked corn, I liked cucumber, and that was pretty much it. And I'm embarrassed to admit that, because now I'll eat anything. You know, any vegetable. There's vegetables I don't like. I know mushrooms are kind of in a different camp, but I don't like mushrooms, but I'll eat them. I don't like eggplant, zucchini. I'll eat them. You know, if you got extra, hey, quit hogging. Quit bogarting the baba ganoush. You know what I mean? Excuse me, you're frozen, so I don't understand why you're able to move right now. Unless there's some lore implications, like, Bighorn is immune to Mom's charms because it's like her ex-husband reincarnated or something. Like, look, I'm not Matt Pat. I just don't know the answer to your question here. No deal. We'll take this. We could have Perth Road. We should have Perth Road, in hindsight. Anyway. Now I'm not a picky eater at all. I'm a cosmopolitan eater. I gotta close Uplay, and I gotta close Skype, I think. There we go. Let's move on. But I think there's too many vegetables. And of course I want to just immediately right off the bat, I'm giving you the thing you can make fun of me for. I'm saying there's too many vegetables. It's an inherently ridiculous premise. But now I'm going to walk it back a bit, and then we'll find a common ground for us to relate to, okay? Aren't there, like, come on, arugula, spinach, iceberg lettuce, butter lettuce, red lettuce, hearts of romaine, romaine itself, and kale. Do we not have enough leafy cabbage? You forgot about cabbage. Red and green cabbage, Napa cabbage. I love leafy greens. I'll eat kale all day. Give me some kale snacks. I got no problem with it. I embody that kind of West Coast lifestyle, even if I'll never let you take a picture of me with my shirt off. I embody that sort of lifestyle. In my head, at least. What's in your bread? in your bread. Leafy, 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 greens, greens, greens. That's going up there with I'm So Thirsty. They even kind of share a theme. Also, R.I.P. because the lead singer of the Cranberries died recently. And that's a sad story. She was like 46 years old. It's too young. Hey, 80's too young. 46 is definitely too young. I'm gonna try for something a little bolder here. You mustn't be afraid to dream a little bigger. Check it. Oh, it's always ace of diamonds with you. We don't need mapping. Mapping might even work against us. Because I'm just... Oh, here we go, back to the start. Oh my god, it literally always is ace of diamonds. Alright, give me mom's key. Crank that car, girl! I ain't taking your stinky dog home. Let's go. I'm not saying we have to remove some vegetables. I'm just saying, like... Don't you think there's... Broccoli and cauliflower, pick one. I don't care which one you pick. I'd prefer broccoli. But I'm not gonna, you know, if I make a concession here and allow cauliflower instead in the vegetable draft, then that's fine. You get to let me choose the species of potatoes. I'm gonna take russets, 100%. They're a starchy potato, great for baking and mashing. Okay? Oh, but I love Yukon Golds. So be it. I'm sorry, but if we're gonna lose some vegetables, you know, we gotta lose... There's no sacred cows in this business, is all I'm saying. We don't need cucumber and zucchini. They're the same vegetable. Oh, but would you ever put a cucumber in a ratatouille? It doesn't matter. We'll learn to live with it for simplification purposes, okay? NL variety is the spice of life. No! Salt and pepper, and sometimes cumin, are the spice of life. Step one of any recipe, salt and pepper, every time. Oh, I thought he was gonna get us. I don't actually want to purge though. I mean, there's somebody out there. They always, on the internet, they always take the satire. Most of the time, everybody gets the joke, but there's always one person. My family has been zucchini farming for many generations, and we've been having to deal with this kind of malarkey for too long, Northernlion. On behalf of the Zucchini Growing Association of Nebraska, I can no longer support this ignorance coming out of you. It's a satire, okay? Which is really just a good catch-all for I said something regrettable and would like to walk it back in the guise of humor. I don't really like that item, Linger Bean. So we got damage out of it, which is perfect. We definitely should have used Perthrow on the last floor, as I mentioned. But anyway, we're moving onwards here. We're moving onwards. And if that's moving up, then I'm freaking moving out. I'm moving out. Would you acquiesce yourself a cauliflower, flower? Oh, that doesn't work at all. I think my brain broke. You are a cauliflower. If your mom wants you to eat some broccoli, is that all you get for your color? What's your favorite vegetable that isn't a potato? And by the way, I'm gonna head this off at the pass because I've been down this road many times. Good smelt, boys. Potato is a vegetable. Don't tell me it's a starch. Look up the definition of starch in the friggin' dictionary of life, okay? Starch is a plant-derived sugar created through photosynthetic. If it ain't a fruit and it's starch, it's a vegetable, okay? You get it, you know, just enough, you ever hear the expression, just enough rope to hang yourself? You're just smart enough to be empowered, to not realize that you're still wrong. This is what people say, like, did you know that peanuts aren't actually nuts? They're legumes. Sure. Culinarily, they're nuts. It's not like, if you were deathly allergic to nuts, you would be like, oh, excuse me, miss, does this, peanut butter have any nuts in it? Oh no, just legumes. Oh, thank you then. Well, technically you asked if there were any nuts, and peanuts are a legume, so I mean, can you really blame me? Why don't you try taking some personal responsibility for yourself? These are irrelevant discussions. They distract from the topic at hand. It's a whataboutism. I don't know what gaslighting is, but I think it's gaslighting. I don't know what my favorite non-potato vegetable is, though. It might be kale. And I'm not just putting on airs. I swear this to you. Yeah, I mean, we can take it and just get stats out of it. That seems good. As soon as I pressed the spacebar, Krendor signed in to play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. And it scared me, because I was like, oh my god, do I have that kind of power? When I hit the spacebar, I can make someone play Battlegrounds? Nicholas! Nicholas! Okay. Might be kale. I don't know. I hate when you ask people a question and they start, you know, asking all these clarification questions. But I have to narrow it down for myself. I also like broccoli a lot. Now that I think about it, I love asparagus, but then you got to factor some other things in there. You know, you don't have asparagus that often. It also ends up being expensive. Well, are we going to factor in price? And now you see, like, I've become that which I've hated, because I'm asking all these clarification questions that it turns out are probably fairly relevant to the task at hand. Carrots, acceptable. But I gotta be honest with you. I love a good carrot. I could live without ever having cooked carrots again, I think. It's just like a raw carrot and some hummus or some tzatziki or some baba ganoush or an aioli, a spread of some variety, a crudite. Anything along these lines plus a carrot. Nice gazpacho, a coup de terre. As an accoutrement to a charcuterie platter. With an assortment of charcuteries on a smorgasbord. On Yule's giving. Sure. But a cooked carrot? I mean, it's a nice addition to a Sunday roast. Not my favorite, though. A raw carrot, now we're talking. Nah, I don't think I like you, actually. But I want to fight in that room because I think we get a bonus. Oh, you get a small bonus for combat. We probably want to do it. We're ahead of schedule, right? We're more literally, we're like exactly on schedule. And it's the D6. So actually, let's re-roll that. And it's still bad. So I actually don't really... Oh, that's stupid. I don't really want to suck it up. I think I want to wait for a... I want to wait for another D6 to come back, and then suck it up. I don't want to reroll. We got kind of like a nice situation going on here. The Void is like the perfect secondary spacebar item. Let's go. I'll tell you what. I mean, that makes it easier for now. We got rid of the Yara rune, but in the end, it doesn't matter that much because we got plenty of time to get another one. These are the questions that fill my mind on a regular basis. You know, what's your favorite vegetable? What's your favorite beverage? I think I'd rather void this. Even on a daily, I think I'd rather have the stats than the money. What's your favorite liquid-based food product? Your soup? Your stew? Joker. We'll hold it. We'll hold it. We probably want to use the D8 at least once to see if we get back to a D6, but... We lost 0.00 damage. So that's... okay. Algiz. It's kind of a tough call, but let's just move on for now. We do have the D6 back just in time for the boss fight potential deal with the devil. Well, oh, that was so dumb. I was trying to kick it. You're losing focus here. You're losing me, my jury, and you're losing focus. Great fight. Great fight. Don't really like that. If you get, no matter what you give me, it's getting re-rolled. Now that I think about it, because even that doesn't do anything for us right now. I think so. Get re-rolled. And then you become the nail, which we can actually justifiably use that for. Okay, I don't dislike it. We should be aware of the fact that this is our boss rush floor. So I'm going to use this just to hopefully accelerate some progress. And this is where we would love to have Void. So be it, though. Okay, let's make sure we're making it to Boss Rush. This is the Magician, which is really good on Boss Rush. To be honest with you, we're very, very likely to find something better. The run's gone fine so far. I'm a little embarrassed we took more damage than we'd like to admit, but apart from that, I think it's been totally fine. And like, point-wise, we're going to be a little bit ahead of our average, but it is a stronger run than average as well, just by virtue of being Azazel. So I wouldn't plan the parade just yet, but it feels like we're probably going to be okay here. You know what? Another thing I don't understand while I'm getting off this vegetable discussion that's highly contentious. I don't really understand parades. And I was always kind of, even when I was Ryan, I was kind of Northernlion, you know what I mean? Like, I play the part online of a curmudgeon. And it's easy to do because I lived that life as like a 10-year-old. Parents would be like, you want to go to the Santa Claus parade? I'd be like, nah. They'd be like, well, we're going to go because we think you'll like it. We go to the Santa Claus parade, watch all the floats go by. Hey, did you enjoy yourself? It was okay. Not really. Oh, but we took you because you wanted to go. Not true. You took me because you wanted to go. I didn't want to go. I wanted to stay at home and play Mega Man X. Now, I recognize the flaws in this logic as an adult, but as a kid, it was the dang truth. Justice, pop it. We want Black Rune. It's really, it's really, really good for Boss Rush. So we can steal stats from like 4 items. I guess we already have Void, but still. But even to this day, I just don't really get parades. It seems like an outdated form. I'm sorry, item room. Maybe we'll be able to teleport out, but it feels like an outdated form of media to me, or celebration. If the parade has a certain level of protest to it, sure, I understand. You know, a gay pride parade or a, you know, legalize this parade or something like that. I get it. It's like a celebration that's also simultaneously kind of like politically motivated. But parades that are like for entertainment purposes. I have to take Godhead. But it burns me up so deeply because there's a lot of good stuff right here. You just have to take Godhead. It's literally like, you have to. Gotta admit, our damage is kind of subpar, but maybe that's because we're dealing with, oh my lord. We're dealing with some tanky-ish enemies, or am I just losing it? Algiz, please. The gauze is fine. I can see my HP. We want to keep Black Rune. And then Blank Rune is... Isn't that Algiz? I thought that was Algiz. It's probably Onsus. Why are you not dying in one hit? I have Godhead. Have you never read the rulebook of Isaac? Godhead kills you in one hit. Stop hitting me. D8. I don't know, maybe we do want to reroll our stats. Just seems like, and I got distracted with other stuff, but like a parade is like a really slow motion montage, right? You're like, oh, coming up next, the Lions Club float. And you see them approaching from like, oh, like a kilometer away, and then they're finally there, but by the time they're there, I got rid of the Black Rune. By the time they're there, you've already been watching them for 10 minutes. You're already bored of them. You're looking on to the next thing. Coming up next, the Booster Club, the Booster, and you're like, okay, bring out Santa, let's go home. I'm cold, man. Maybe I'm not saying you can't enjoy a parade, because I've seen the footage of parades, and there are people at them. I think they're as popular as ever. Okay, we didn't get hit there. That's incredible. I'm just saying, I personally don't really get it, I guess. It's like I don't understand why anyone would read books when you could just watch the movie. It's just faster. Okay, see, I was making fun of myself. That was a self-dunk. a satirical self-own, the likes of which you don't see that often these days. Stop hitting me. I don't... You know what? Where did we re-roll our blind rage? Turns out that would be amazing for us. You know what? Screw it, dude. I'm re-rolling the whole run. What is happening? It's a bumbo. Bob had a baby, it's a bumbo. Never re-roll your whole run again, because this sad bomb setup is just beautiful. You're alive? It's like, I don't even know what that is, but I guess it's still... We re-rolled our whole run, but Void, because it's sequestered via backpack, still has the original items connected to it? I don't know, man. What a strange situation. I'm stunned that our damage is not 20 out of 10. How is it possible that these enemies are sustaining this many hits? Oh, you know what we have? We have number 2. So we don't even have to use our own bombs as long as we just hold a shot. So the thing is, we like don't really want that. So okay. I don't know. This is where as soon as you reroll once, you're off the road. You know, you don't even know where you live on a run like this anymore. I think we're in an okay spot. Stop placing bombs. I mean, I think we're in a better than okay spot, but like... I just can't be certain. Enemies die in a combination of hits from a variety of sources. It's probably like the most literally boring way to describe a video game ever. Enemies die after sustaining damage from a variety of sources. I don't know, maybe... Oh, you know what? We lost backpack. I'm just glad we were holding Void when we came down here then. Wow. I should have been able to dodge that. Yeah, I mean, it's... The daily's all zaned up. It's a good thing. However, it is also a little annoying to not know where you stand. But I think we stand just fine as long as we make it to our Hush fight. And it seems like we got a really good chance to do that. Explosive Diarrhea is like actually having a Chaos card. As long as we don't get hit by the bombs, every enemy is gonna eat it. That might not have been my finest moment. Like, that's what I mean. That went very well. We could use the rate of fire increase, and that's actually a pretty hefty one. And then, I mean, we'll take Headless Baby for essentially no reason, and we'll head down to the next floor. Just keep him pace. Hush is extremely annoying as an Azazel main. So we'll just continue to move along here. Well, it's just the low range, basically, that puts you in a weird spot. The Tears upgrade. And again, we should probably stop using our own bombs. It's just costing us points. I saw the scores when I went to Greedbud. I saw the scores. Today's scores, something to be proud of. So, I'm not convinced that we're going to rank well, but I am, at the very least, you know, we did it our way. It's not really a properly conjugated sentence, but you get the idea. I think I just voided an item I actually wanted. Did it at least give me okay stats? The world may never know. Stop. So we do want max level Bumbo. I don't know if it's a detriment or a help as you get further and further into a run, but it is, no matter what. Excuse me. It is company. So I'm not gonna turn on my nose at it. Stop. So if you are like if you work for a vegetable parade, not a vegetable puree, I'm not asking if you work at Gerber, then I apologize, because this episode has really been like me against you, so that wasn't my intention heading into it. I'm sorry that my diction made us come across that way. I never got it. Even as a kid, the concept of a parade. Where you go sit outside, watch local businesses float advertisements by you. Oh, that's so cynical. It's an ad! If it says, you know, Tim's Hardware, and there's a bunch of people wearing overalls with a sign that says Tim's Hardware, that's an advertisement. It's just a big and cool advertisement. Probably shouldn't have used that. The damage bonus is not worth missing out on being able to suck up an item. Hopefully we'll get a sack. Yeah, we've been saying that for years, NL. Hopefully you get a sack. I got it the first time. Oh, okay. I'm gonna get it, and I regret it immediately. I thought that with Azazel, it would still give us the brimstone effect, where we'd get like a cannon of knives. Regardless, it's not ruined. It just is the same. Bogo bombs. Habit. I like the habit. That'll work for us. Mini mush. I would describe this as neither really bad nor good. Probably take that. Go bottom this time. Lusty Blood. That's gotta be the right choice. So our sad bombs are probably worse now. They can hit from further away. But I think that straight up damage output is gonna be worse. So we got a stationary Bumbo. He's trying his best, okay, guys? Don't razz him. He's been talking to me. He's been saying, people have been saying mean things about me in your YouTube comments, and I've been saying, oh, don't worry about it. They're fans. They just, sometimes their fandom manifests itself in a negative way, and, you know, they're in the heat of the moment. They feel like they're not being heard, so they leave a negative comment, and then later, when they think back about it, I hope that they're regretful and they understand that they're talking to a real person on the other end. And shut up, Egg. It's an allegory. Okay. Sure. Fair enough. Stay back. You are a jerk. He stinks and I don't like him. Stop. We're safe. That was actually a really, really quick fight. I mean, our damage is obviously very good, but that was a quick fight in and of itself. And I'm kind of like, I'm losing my mind right now. Did we take the Polaroid? Things got really confusing after we D4'd. I didn't forget to take the Polaroid, did I? Stop. Dude. This room, my brain. Have mercy! He's done it. He has not done it. Diarrhea. Explosive diarrhea. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, that's pretty good. The invincibility will be nice. Ooh, two of spades. Once I had the two of spades. Now I work at the humble pie. You guys, this is a Canadian song. And it's not, this is like a Canadian college radio song from 1994. So I guess that's a reference that doesn't really make sense. But it's not like it's unknown, it's just not that known. The original Bedouin Sound Clash. People know Bedouin Sound Clash? I don't know. I don't talk to enough Canadian youths. They sang that song. Ooh, and the The cat did not like that. It feels my song. I don't know. I never know what makes it big outside of my local market. Because I'm such a hipster. Nothing. Well, we should explore everything. Even though our HP is tight, we don't have much justification for skipping rooms that could provide us with real benefits. I mean, I obviously should operate under the assumption that we're probably gonna have a chance to get to the chest. I can't imagine I wouldn't take the Polaroid. That doesn't sound like me. Sounds like something I've done, but not something I would willfully do, and not consistently. Excuse me. Thank you. It's been a short daily on top of that, so might as well. And I'll get some more charges, and you know, we'll be safe here. It's not a Mega Satan run. I'll be straight up with you. We're not gonna hit 60,000. We're not gonna be the #1 leaderboard position, which should kind of be self-explanatory, I guess. But oh, I hate when that happens. Use our card before the enemies have truly activated. Lovely. So we should try to drop the left hand after this floor. Yeah, Bumbo, level up, please. Nice. It's a BFF Bumbo as well. A BFF Bumbo, BFF. A BFF. People, they leave comments, they say, oh my god, I wish you would stop singing. It's not about you. First off, captive audience. If you're still watching these videos at this point, let's go. I could just sing. I could espouse my terrible opinions. It's like, it's a beautiful situation. That's what people always say about YouTube, is like, you know, captive audience, there's no competition, so if you don't like it, you're stuck with it. People are always saying that. See, it's a satire. Anyway, the point is, it's mostly because these cats sleep in my office. And I don't want them to not have a restful sleep. But when I'm trying to sleep, they're so annoying. So I want them to be tired, so they will sleep at the same time that I sleep. Sometimes it works, sometimes we get a little off cycle. So they're trying to enjoy a nice little snooze in here, and then I go, ooh, and I see his ears twitch, and I go, Ruka, who's a good boy? Who's a sleepy boy who wants to? He's not having it. So then I go, ooh. Oh, he's giving me the death glare. Well, maybe you shouldn't start meowing at 4 a.m. for no discernible reason. If this bothers you, if only the solution existed, then oh wait, it does. I'm under no illusion, by the way. I understand that the cats, they can't really figure out what's happening here, and that's fine. That's fine. Right, we're supposed to drop the left hand. I've decided that we will do that starting now. It's a little known technique. It's called making a mistake. I'm going to try to switch up my strategy, because 50 told me, go ahead, switch your style up. If they hate, then let them hate, and watch the views pile up. It's the good wife. Better than Boston Legal when I thought that was on a basis. Never gonna work. Okay, that one was dropped. I'm taking no heat for that. We just got a red chest naturally there. See ya. I don't think you get the damage penalty for sucking up, not damage, I don't think you get the item penalty for sucking up an item. So in the end, how does today's run look as we come closer and closer to conclusion? It looks great. The downside is that, we want that as well. The downside is that we've taken a little bit too much dumb damage. Not enough to really put us in a super dangerous situation. You don't want to suck up glass cannon. I almost did. We have 9 lives. It's actually kind of tempting, but In fact, we have 9 lives, so let's do it. Let's just see what we got over here first. So the run is, like, entertaining, one way or the other. Bookworm? But, yeah, we probably screwed ourselves out of having an amazing chance at a top, like, 50 rank by taking a little bit too much damage on a run that's actually pretty easy. But, hey, we tried. So we're probably on no HP right now. Moreover, I might just be wrong. We might do just fine. And we've continued our streak of only having lost 1 daily. Some might argue this represents a movement of the goalposts. I wouldn't necessarily disagree with you. Why did I get hurt when I did that? And also, oh, I guess maybe I don't die because empty vessel. Oh no, you just can't. Empty vessel, not empty vessel. Sorry, the void also gives us a spirit heart as soon as it takes us down to 0. I thought it would give us the spirit heart before, so I thought we would just be at 0, or 1 rather, but it appears that I'm mistaken in that. Anyway, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but we're essentially, you know, killing all enemies as soon as they get a whiff of our knife, so far so good. And we did pick up glass cannon, but I do want to point out, glass cannon does not actually benefit us from a post-it note sort of context, because it's a daily. It's the same reason like getting Godhead doesn't necessarily matter right now. It was nice, and I'm happy to have the damage, but it doesn't make a big difference. It doesn't make any difference, rather, to be as unambiguous as possible. Ooh. Yeah, that's our first damage multiplier, so it takes us up to 36 damage, which I don't even want to think about. If we could actually land the glass cannon shot, who knows, man. Take parasitoid tears. Drop this down here, and we're almost done. We don't really need a whipworm. This run had it all, dude. Little Zane, mistakes, smart plays. Had it all. That was my glass cannon shot. Where did it go? All right. Let's see where we finish here. 45,000, 37th. Okay, it's way better than I expected. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.